I'm Jared Welch. He's Aaron Halterman. This is Blinkers Off. What's up, dude?
What is up? What is up, man? We're gonna do something different on this show, right?
This is not the Magic Mike show.
No, but it's gonna feel like it, and it's weird too because I'm sitting right next to you for the first time since, well, other than Belmont, I guess, first time in this studio in a while.
I know,
but we're on different screens.
You can kind of see, like, sort of.
It's really weird.
But yeah, we're here. And you know, we looked at it. We're like, what are we going to do today on this show? We could only talk so much about the upcoming races and stakes or the summer racing. Like, you know what? Let's just be like Magic Mike this week. And they did San Antonio. So if you've listened to them already, saw them live, they did San Antonio late pick four. We're going to do the pick four, late pick four on Churchill on Sunday or Saturday.
And they had Caleb Keller from TVG on, so that's pretty big time. I was impressed.
I get you. So
yeah. Well, I got Ricky earlier, so maybe I am the big winner.
Well, at least it went up, and then clearly from Ricky, it's going back down a little bit.
Yeah, but the bell curve.
Yeah, the bell curve.
Caleb was the top of the bell curve.
The Rosario bell curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you know the card and the pick four at Churchill Downs actually. What we're going to cover is pretty good. You know, it's tough for sure. You got some large fields. You know, the stakes race that maybe is a little shorter, but it gives you an opportunity to maybe single or at least go short and then go deep in some of these other legs. So it makes sense because we're about to get going. Obviously, we're, you know, right around the corner to Saratoga, and of course the Haskell coming up, and a lot of big racing. I mean, the summer racing is really about to get going now. Stephen Foster,
yeah,
it's all about here.
Yeah, Stephen Foster next week, then 2 big weeks.
Maxfield, baby.
Yeah, Maxfield. We'll see what he can do. Then 2 big weeks back to back at Belmont. And then guess what? Saratoga, Del Mar, Haskell weekend. So it's going to get crazy. This is your last weekend to relax. If you just like stakes racing only, you can relax this weekend, and then it's on after that. Yeah,
and thank you everybody that's tuning in live with us right now on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You know, the reason we delayed it, we had it set for 7:30. We were actually just talking about Saratoga. We're like, well, what are our plans? So we'll be there for opening day. You know, really, there's Blinkers Off or, you know, Saratoga plans. I know which one I'm more interested in. So
yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
But no, obviously cannot wait for Saratoga to get here. God, it feels like we haven't been there in years.
Because we haven't really. It's crazy. 100% capacity at Saratoga.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to remember the last day at the track I was there at Saratoga. Was it?
Would have been when Imperial Hint won the Vanderbilt.
I think it was. Yeah, because you weren't there that day. No. You were the day before. But yeah, Vanderbilt. Imperial Hint.
That was the day
that
before.
Also
was
a time ago.
That gray horse of Chad Brown's won the Curlin. I can't think of that horse's names for the life of me. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Big gray horse. High, something high. I don't know.
That wasn't Good Samaritan. That's
no.
That
was a few years. It was Chad Brown's. I'm gonna have to look this up now. High Reward, High Regard. No.
High.
Anyway,
someone looked that up. Thank you, Michael.
Look at the bikinis.
Yeah, he was awful.
Was awful in that race. That was
we watched that from that
from the new place. Yeah.
Someone look up the 2019 Curlin winner. Who was that? Thanks, Michael. Yeah, you know, I thought we were awful. From what if you're on Twitter,
highest honors was the horse that won. Yeah. Big gray. Yeah.
Anyway, he ran huge that day. I think
he did. Yeah. That was the day it rained and the track played all weird, and he just swooped up on the outside and nailed it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was. Gosh, it's one of those things that you wish that. Well, you know how it is. Like anything sentimental, you wish that you would have known that was the last time you were going to be there for 2 years, because you would have taken it in a little more or something. But gosh, it's not just us. I mean, you talk about opening weekend, that place is going to be buzzing because obviously, I mean it's going to be the closest thing that we've seen all year to like a Breeders' Cup or something, because that place is going to be as packed as it can get.
Yeah, because you think like Churchill had 50,000, but Churchill's so massive that it didn't feel like just a ton of people. It felt like a lot, but not a ton. And then, of course, only 11,000 at the Belmont a couple weeks ago. So
it felt like 11,000.
It did, yeah. It was a ghost town. But now, Saratoga, it's going to be crazy.
Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We're hoping, Michael, any chance we get lucky and see Love versus Domestic Spinning in November? I mean, can we all say a prayer and hope that happens? Because, the perfect situation would be that you get someone like Love, even if it's not Love, it's someone that's a killer like that. to come up with domestic spinning who goes through the summer, having won, to kind of see because it seems like we've established that unless something happens, you're not going. Any American horse is not going to beat domestic spinning.
Yeah, so that was the exciting thing. I thought Adaria ran fantastic in that race too. So there's 2 fillies to get excited about, and hopefully at least we get one of them comes back over. Of course, Adaria won last year, the British Cup Filly Mare Turf. So almost be really cool to see that horse come back and maybe try the regular turf. But yeah, hey, so look at that. I was at Saratoga today for work, and the buzz is palpable. Did I say that right?
Palpable.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You have to say it on the fly. That's awesome. That is very awesome.
Oh man, I mean,
pound the exact yes.
Honestly, let's hope that gets that. You can guarantee. Go ahead and book that in for the guy. That for the bankroll. That will be our biggest bet of the.
Now listen, we don't give picks away.
Oh yeah,
come on.
Sorry. and the picks are awful too. So
right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why would we do anything?
Right.
Such that. But no. Obviously, lots coming up. But we'll get into we'll really handicap. We didn't handicap a ton last week on the show. We'll really handicap today. Before we do any of that, though, best thing you saw today.
Oh, let's see. Best thing I saw today.
let me twist your arm, okay?
I think
I'll know you're lying, by the way, if you make this up.
Yeah, I think when the wife got us coffee for the show, and when that came, I'm like, ooh, yeah, that is definitely the best thing I saw today. So I'd say this coffee in my hand. It's good. Very good.
And if there's any possible for me to get any girlier, I got a refresher at Starbucks.
Yeah.
And this is my new thing. It's hot as fuck around here lately. It's really good. These refreshers are legit, but
that's right. Best thing I saw today was on OnlyFans.
Best thing I saw today was on Tinder. So there we go. That's me every day though. No, best thing I saw today has to be the fact that I've got my little boy involved in Mario Kart.
Okay.
And I'm not talking for those, Nintendo Switch, like we're not in the Nintendo Switch yet, but I'm talking Nintendo 64 Mario Kart, the old school, the OG Mario Kart. And I've got this kid into it, and he is awesome. He's 4 years old and he's kicking my ass. And I was good at Mario Kart. I feel like I'm pretty good at Mario Kart. And I've introduced him. He knows all the shells and what does what, and he likes his characters. It's a game that literally we're staying at my parents because my new house is being built, and so we're obviously the Nintendo 64 is there, and I was like, we got to play something, and we found the old Nintendo 64 and the old Mario Kart and some of the controllers, and the kid. It's amazing how fast he's picked it up, but it's just, the nostalgia in me of I was playing Mario Kart. Now he's playing Mario Kart, kicking my ass. And I'm telling you, it holds up. Like it's still a very fun game. Yeah. It's a great game. Oh, there you go. Yes. Yoshi and Rainbow. Yes. And let me tell you, he was very intimidated by Rainbow Road from the start, but once we got to playing it, he loves it. It's the best because it's super long. It takes forever to finish the lap, and that way he can catch up. And my favorite thing he does, I haven't told you this, but my favorite thing is he'll if you pass him, he gets so pissed you pass him, and he'll be like, "Hey, Daddy, look behind you. There's you gotta see that." And he's trying to get me to go back. So it's a classic game. Those Mario games, they all hold up. They're all classic games. I kind of want to get what was it, Mario 64 or whatever the Super Mario version was of that. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'd go down I'd really go down and play that like you legit. Will go down the rabbit hole of old games if you start them. There's no question. Like Mike Tyson Punch Out. I went down that rabbit hole once. I need to get a Switch. Do you have a Switch? I don't have a Switch. Because you can play all the old games on the Switch too. That's cool. Like NES and also all the Nintendo 64 and of course Super Nintendo. I think I have like a PlayStation 2. So yes. I'm way behind. We're definitely dating ourselves on this podcast. Yeah, for sure. I don't even know what the newest system out there is. It's amazing. And dude, they hold. I was because we couldn't find the old Mario Kart, so we had to buy it. $30 to this day. Really? They still hold $30 for a Nintendo for a Mario Kart. For a Mario Kart, yeah, wow. on a 64. And that's 15 years old. There you go. At least. Wow. All right. Well, that's cool. At least, dude. It's 20. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, we were. No. I'm old as fuck. Like it's probably 25 years old. Dude, I bet it was 25 years. Yeah, because I'm 35. I was at least had to be 10 or younger when I was playing that. So, dude, Paperboy, yes. Oh my God, Paperboy. Mark, yes, Paperboy original Nintendo. It was. I remember my dad renting that game for me. Like, Dad, go rent Paperboy for me. Bring it home. Oh my gosh.
Did you ever play Tecmo Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I love Tecmo Bowl too.
It was a cheat code with oh shit, what was his name?
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
He was a cheat code.
Yeah. You could. There was some kind of thing at the first. Yeah. Yeah. You could never tackle him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was impossible. Anyways,
Right.
we need that. I feel like we could really get going on the different games. Anyways, all right. Today's show, we're going to preview and give our picks for the Saturday's late pick 4 at Churchill Downs, a sequence headlined by the Roxelana Overnight Stakes. Of course, this is the only stakes on the card, and it's not a bad one. You got Wisconsin in there as kind of the headliner. Bell's the one's also in there, so we're going to check out that stakes. And, of course, give our pick 4 tickets on here, and hopefully we cash one of these. Let's go!
Sorry, I'm doing it again.
Yeah, this is what he does. I can't say anything. Run down the blockbuster.
I want to throw this one up here. Borders closed till July 23rd. I hate hearing that, but more so, have you had your surgery yet, and how is it going if you did? I've been worried about you, so let me know one way or the other on that one. Anything else that we did you see this? The Chicago Bears are trying to buy Arlington Park.
Oh, they?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
They're going to pay to build a new stadium, and that's kind of the speculation. Stadium. So I don't think they will. Like Soldier Field, I think they just renovated it not that long ago. So
Soldier Field is like such a good location.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't know why the hell they would want it. So probably not for racing.
It's not going to help them win. I know that.
Going at tomorrow 6 a.m. Good luck, man. Good luck. We're thinking about you for sure. I'm sure everything will be fine, but still, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Look at that. There's the code.
Oh my God! Shut up. Is that the real?
Is that real? If that's real, that's amazing. By the way, I did teach him all the Wario Stadium. There's a cheat you can hop the wall.
Oh yeah,
the different cheats that you can do.
Good.
Had to teach him the hard way though. I used it, But all right, pull up the screen there, big dog.
All right, yeah, here we go.
I'm trying to channel my inner magic here, which is scary. And let's get to and trying to be a host on this pick 4 sequence. Last time when we were the April Fools, we did Magic Mike. I hit the pick 4.
Yes, you did.
So didn't pay. It was a chalky one, but
Doesn't
I hit
matter.
it. You hit it. Let's see if I can continue. Let's see. There you go. You got it up there.
Do you want me to put that up there?
Yeah.
Okay. There's our tickets, folks.
There you go.
So you can look at the tickets while we're going through these here.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, this isn't the Magic Mike show. This is Bleakers Off. We're gonna do our best Magic Mike impersonation here. We're gonna do a Churchill Downs late pick 4 sequence. We're gonna give our picks here, handicap the last 4 races Saturday at Churchill Downs. We'll kick things off with race 8. This is a claiming 50K for going 6.5 furlongs, and it's a big field here, field of 11, so it gives us plenty of betting opportunities here. I mean, you look at a card like this or a sequence like this when you have, 11 horses here. In the 9th race, you've got 12 horses. In the next race, you've got a smaller field of 6, which is semi-chalky. And then, of course, race 11, you go 12 deep. And so, I mean, there's plenty of opportunity here, but it also makes our jobs very difficult. So, I guess, how did you approach this first race, and who do you like?
This is a shitty little race to kick us off, isn't it? I mean,
this is why I went deepest in this lake, is it's like it feels like the one that could kick you out right to the start.
Yeah, I went 5 deep to start it off. I basically went deep in 3 legs, single in 1, and I just think that's the only way you can play this, at least for my handicapping skills. This was a very, very difficult situation. I went 2, 5, 6, 8, 11. So I'll just throw it out there. I'll talk about my top 2 and then kick it over to you there, Jared, because I know we got a lot of similar horses.
2, 5, 6, 8, 11 is who you did?
Uh-huh.
So I did the same, other than I did the 4.
Yeah, so I'll talk about 2 and then let you go and talk about a couple. Number 5, Asar, was a horse that I put on top. Big reason. I see, and I don't know, we'll see what you say on this as well. I see a lot of pace in this race.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Asar is one of the better closers in here. A little bit of a cutback, and I don't mind that. I think the horse, might need a little bit of a cutback. Tyler Gaffleon rode last time out, stays aboard once again here. And Mike Maker, very hot at Churchill Downs right now. So I thought the 5 was one you certainly needed to use. I'll go to the number 2 Extreme Force for Steve Asmus and Ricardo Santana aboard. Last time out this level, got beat by 5 3/4 lengths. Got beat by Kadri. That horse is decent. 2 back, again, it was same kind of conditions, same distance. It was close, beating a length in 3/4. And then 3 back broke his maiden at this distance at Sam Houston. So I thought he was another one he had to use. I think he can kind of sit in that 3rd or 4th place spot. And if those horses start to come back to him a little bit, maybe he just gets first run on those leaders that are kind of coming back. So the 2 and the 5 were my top 2.
Yeah, that's actually same order too. I went 5, 2, 6. Those were my top 3, and I played 2 tickets here, as you can see on the screen. I did a $5 ticket, kind of my pressing my opinions a little bit there. And the 2, 5, and 6 are who 2, 5, and 6. The 5, 2, 6 in that order of preference is who I went with. And I'm with you on the 5. It seems like the cutback is going to be right what this horse wants. You got to think, the horse, ran a good race last time out at the same level. Just, you could tell the distance just maybe a little much. You got T-Gaff back, and of course Mike Maker Train, who obviously is very good at Churchill Downs. And then the 6 for me, I went to this horse. I kept going back to this horse. I almost wanted to pick this horse on top. I'm looking for a price here. You get 12 to 1 on the morning line. We talked about the way this, the pace standpoint, and I feel like if this horse can get on the lead, if this horse is good enough, you found the horse drops down back to the way the horse ran second, two back, and try to go gate to wire at Churchill. And I'm partly like, well, was that a sloppy situation where the horse ran really well? I mean, the horse did run a 74 Beyer 4 back at Churchill Downs on a fast track. Of course, got pounded, but got beat, got finished 5th. So I had enough concern with this horse as far as threat at this price, and considering the fact that this guy, that Tomlinson and Lannery team up to do pretty well every once in a while, and they hit about 14%. So I thought I'd give them a shot. And then who was the other one? You said the 2. Yeah, the 2. To me, this is more like an Asmussen defense. I'm not going to let Steve Asmussen and Santana beat me. So that's why I ended up in those 3.
Especially in a race like this, you just don't want to have them, jump up and win. It's just such a wide open race. Anybody can win it. You don't want the top connections there to beat you. Let's talk about the 8 Pirate. Excuse me, the 8. I'm choking up about Pirate Rick. The 8 Pirate Rick, a horse that we know very well. Previously in the Kelly Von Hemel barn. I think I pet this horse maybe once or twice.
I guarantee you have.
Yeah, probably drunk petting that horse once or twice too. But listen, they were really high on the horse to start. Got a couple of races at Prairie Meadows under his belt. Didn't look great. Then broke the maiden 3rd start here at Churchill for the 50K level. Has had some bad races, some decent ones. Get back to the dirt today. Now Dale Romans trains. We both used them. What were your thoughts on Pirate Rick?
I think it mostly was just a massive class drop here. Mm-hmm. It's obviously a huge horse, 350K. I mean, we've heard about this horse, like you say, forever. It was with Kelly, then with Donnie, then with Kelly. They all, switched back and forth basically. And so that's no surprise that this horse has had expectations given who owned it or who owns them and, the price, Liam's map horse. Yeah. But to me, I just ultimately was like class drop. The horse, shows speed. If the horse just gets enough class relief here, and Talamo does his thing on the front end, I would sure hate to get beat by him. So
if the 4 doesn't get out to the, make a move to the front, then all of a sudden the 8's chances gets a little bit better. My big worry is I think the 4 and the 8 are really going to bang heads. And then the 6 is pretty fast too. But if, say the 4 doesn't get out there, the 8 could get out. And I'm not saying get a lonely lead, but get a decent enough setup because of the class drop to have that shot, right?
Mm-hmm. And, you talked about the pace standpoint, and that's like the 4, like you said. And I played a lot of horses, I obviously like Asar as well, and the 2, but I played a few that I liked on the front end that, sometimes you get into these races that you overthink it, and then one of these horses just goes gate to wire, and you're like, what the hell? Top Gunner for me is one of those. It's just I was too nervous not to use. Very consistent horse, very consistently fast horse on the front end. You got to think this horse is gonna go right. Mm-hmm. At Churchill Downs, ran last time out at Churchill after running at Oakland Park, and ran okay, finished 5th, beaten 2. wasn't great, wasn't bad, very consistent horse. So to me, if this horse can, get another race under his belt at Churchill Downs, maybe can, get a little brave on the front end. So 8-1.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the other thing. And that's the thing. It's kind of a deal where whoever wins this, even if it's the favorite, like, what's the favorite going to be here? 4-1. I mean, I think.
And frankly, who is the favorite going to be the favorite?
That's the thing. Like a SAR 7-2, but I don't know. And Pirate Rick is 4-1, and I think he's probably going to go up. I think Extreme Force for Asmussen might end up being the favorite, and it's going to be a lukewarm favorite at that. Who have we not talked about?
11.
Is there anything else? Yeah, the 11
silver ratio for Ron Moquette.
Yeah. Here's the deal. I almost left the horse off, but I think it would have been a mistake. Second time out the layoff, was in a pretty tough race last time out at Oaklawn Park. This is a huge class drop. Gets Cabrera aboard. I don't think that's a bad thing. I just thought there were too many positive signs not to use this horse.
Yeah, it's another situation where you have a very high priced horse, very solid ownership, good breeding, a horse that's had expectations and unfortunately didn't meet them, but you're getting that constant class relief. And again, you talk about the pace. This is one of those of the horse I wanted to use with a SAR that I think if this pace melts down, so I have we have some of the front end horses, and if it melts down, I think Silver Ratio can kind of sweep around them all, drawing wide and get there. Again, it's just another class relief angle more than anything. And I hate the price. I'd love to have it higher. But again, I just think from a talent standpoint, like the horse has shown enough in the past at higher levels that if you need a closer, to me, this horse can do it. If the pace melts down and these horses just are average, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. And
you can only get it's this kind of race where you can make up a couple reasons and here and that, but ultimately it's a tough ass race. You got to make an angle and you just got to go with it. He is
the one. I agree 100%. He is one where you can project improvement, and make a logical case other than here's a shot in the dark. Hopefully this horse improves. Second off the layoff, drop down in class. For my money, an upgrade in jockey. I think you can project improvement there.
Yep. All right. So you and I in this race, 2, 5, 6, 8, 11 for you, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11 for me in this leg. And I don't know about you. You have another 5 deep. This is my deepest leg of the ticket.
Yeah.
The first leg. So hopefully we can survive the first leg.
That would be bad.
If you get through that, and like you said, it's really one of those situations that you don't even care who wins. You just want to survive it. Because even if it's a favorite, it's going to be so spread. The tickets are that it's not going to dictate too much of a payout in terms of if that 4-1 wins versus that 6-1 wins. So,
yep. Yeah. It's survive in advance.
Survive and go on. Race 9. It's an allowance optional claiming race. 104K for the purse, going 120 miles on the turf. Again, another large field of 12 lines up for this one. And I hate to say it, but it's another situation that you have that you're sitting there looking at 7-2, 4-1 on a few horses. And you're like, all right, who's going to be the favorite here?
Yeah, once again, who's going to be the favorite? I think it's going to be the number 7, Enjoy It While You Can. I did use this horse. I'll just kick it off with her. She seems to make a lot of sense to me in this spot. Very, very consistent horse since moving to the turf here lately. Was second, only beaten a half to Cristal on her 2021 debut. Cristal, obviously a very nice horse. Second by a nose the next time out. A dead heat winner at Keeneland the next time out. And then third, only beaten the neck last time out at Churchill Downs. I mean, this horse is certainly the most consistent of the bunch. I couldn't get away from her. That's who I put on top. Again, another horse that's going to be a lukewarm price, like 4-1. I think that's probably what that horse is going to go off at. So yeah, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. I should have said that right off the bat. 7, my top choice. Boy, when you think about now we're trying to put these in order, I gave Take Charge Row the nod for second. Last time out, won at an allowance in an allowance race at Churchill Downs. Now we're stretching out in distance a little bit, but I thought Take Charge Row was pretty impressive in that race. Another horse that's just pretty consistent. She usually shows up with a solid run. So those are my top two. I went 7-4 as the top two.
I'm a little surprised on, I had I 7 on top and I had 5 second, but I have 11 and 12 as well. Those are my 4 horses. So we went a little bit different here in this leg. After the 5 and the 7, I'm with you on to me that the 7 seems like should be awful tough to beat, just considering you had a huge performance last time out, got third by neck, 1, 2 back, and then 3 back with second by neck. I mean, this horse is always right there. T. Gaff back to ride after rode this horse 3 races ago. Hasn't won at Churchill, but this obviously a horse that has ran well there, and obviously at mile and 8 last time out, the distance, being a quality road shouldn't be an issue. So I like the 7 a lot. The 5 to me is super interesting as well. I thought this horse is progressing with every race. Seems like a typical kind of Brennan Walsh, Godolphin type horse that this one could definitely be another pop. So those are the 2 for me. I had 7 on top with 5. And then I'll look at 11 and 12 since you didn't use either one of those. Yeah. I kind of ultimately went with the 11 and 12 because I like this race from a, here they come, here they come flying for home kind of thing. And you've got the turf closers, and 2 of the best closers in the race are the 11 and the 12, and you're getting 8-1 and 10-1. So if you get somewhat of a meltdown, you look at the 11, pretty solid buyers in the last 2 races. Last time out, finished 4th, only beating them 1 1/4. Really ran a good race at Churchill Downs on this track, and then 2 back, did win. I like the fact that this horse, comes here kind of this horse is kind of going to be overlooked. I feel like in this, really the horse wins again, finishes 4th. Ran a decent race, just wasn't quite good enough. Maybe it's enough having another, race under his belt, or her belt, I should say, on the track. And then the 12 is kind of the other Mike Maker angle.
I almost put this horse on. Super
dangerous to me. Yeah. I've been burned from that in the past. I like the Santana. Sometimes Santana on the turf is like you almost forget. And I like the fact that he rode this horse last time out, and here he is again. So I know that he was on the other Mike Maker as well, but I like that he's here too. So to me, another good closer. If the other maker doesn't show up, this one maybe has a shot at a big price.
Yeah, this 12 horse Goody has beat me in like I've picked the horse a lot, and she never gets there. So that's why I finally said no to that one. But
she's definitely getting there now.
Now that I'm off, and that's how that goes for sure. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, she is what she is, right? Like, she'll come with a run. Will it be good enough? Hard to say, but she will come with a run, no question about that. The 11, and I get it. I definitely get it. And it's just one of these races again where we're just trying to survive in advance, basically.
Yeah.
It's definitely tough. So I
tell you what though, the 4, you said you're using the 4, right?
Uh-huh.
That was one that I was contemplating and kind of determined not to use, but I'm nervous about.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that 4 is coming in the race pretty well. I liked number 3 Curly Ruth at 15-1 a little bit here. I also used the 3 horse. Talk about her for just a second. First time out for Eddie Keneally last time out. I thought the horse ran pretty darn well. Got second, at a similar level here, beating 3 3/4. I know that wasn't close, but wasn't horrible either. The winner was a pretty nice horse. Gets the biscuit aboard here. I don't know. I kind of think this horse has a little bit of a shot. Similar to the 12, if the pace kind of starts to come back a little bit, we know this horse is going to come with a closing run. She comes with a run every time, and it's similar to the 12 again. Sometimes it's good enough, sometimes it's not. But I do think you are going to see her make a little bit of a move. So I did like the 3 a little bit as well. Just kind of looking. I don't know. I think we've got about all of them covered. Let's talk about, you didn't use the 5, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did use the 5. And I did as well. Let's talk about the 5. Have you talked about her much?
Yeah, a little bit. I just mentioned that it's a typical kind of Brennan Walsh.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of good.
I remember this now.
See, he never listens.
No, it's just when we're talking about so many different ones, I get lost.
No, he definitely a horse that, obviously last time out really ran well at Churchill Downs. You got to think, it's the horse improved, ran a debut, ran okay, didn't win, comes back, runs really well. You got to think another big race is there for this horse, and considering you get Le Peru to ride again.
Yeah, it's another one. It's just like 7-2, but I'm not sure that horse will be the favorite. It's connections that get bet, but not like overly. So was 9-5 last time out and won. So yeah, I just think it's a logical use. Anybody else you want to?
Not really. I mean, the way I looked at this one is, even though it seems very much so another survive and advance type of situation, I felt stronger about the 4 I used. Or more confident, I guess I should say, than I did in the last race, where I was just like, I just basically need to survive. Where these are like, I feel at least enough for like, these horses have shown that they can run pretty well. It is an allowance race, which I am a lot better at handicapping. And so I just felt a little bit better about the 4 I use.
I feel like there's upside with a lot of these where the race before, it's like, one of these horses are going to win. And that's all we're going to be able to say about it in the future.
Yeah, there's a lot of upside here for these horses.
Yeah, there may be 4 or 5 horses, maybe even 6 in this race that even if they don't win here, they probably are going to win at some spot.
Like, I honestly think in my gut, and this is, if you see the tickets scrolling there, I used the 7 and the 5 in my $5 ticket. I think the 5 and 7 are super dangerous here. Like, one of those two winning, like, somewhat impressively, wouldn't be too surprising to me. I just feel like the 7 was close last time, and I think the 5 has a lot of upside. So I liked both of those two pretty heavy in my $5 play. All right, let's go to the race of the day, which is race 10, and it's the Roxelana Overnight Stakes. It's finally got a field of 6. That's a 110 K race, going 6.5 furlongs. Like I said, field of 6. Even money on the 5, Sconson, 7-5 on Bell's the 1, and then 7-2 for Graces, making her 2021 debut for Ian Wilkes. So those are really the 3 that that seems like a very top heavy race. This is a 3. You could even go more top heavy here. I know, and I know you are.
It's just a situation where the sequence dictates that you need to single, because you just, like we've talked about the first 2 races, you just felt like you needed to go deep. And I think we feel pretty similar about the 4th leg as well. So you get here, I'm telling you, I thought her race in the Derby City Distaff, I thought she was going to go right past Gamine, and I think we know why she didn't. She probably should have won that race, and then she shows up last time out in the winning colors, and Sconson just stomps Frank's Roquette,
who is
a really nice
horse. Yeah.
She just stomped him. I think she's going to be tough. I singled up number 5 Sconson here. I just felt like if this horse shows up with either one of those last 2 races, I think it's lights out for everybody else here.
I mean, for sure. And obviously you can see in my $5 ticket, I singled her as well. In my 50-cent play, I did use the 4 as well, 4 and 5 here. If that ticket right now, it's a $72 ticket for 50 cents. If that's too high for you, then by all means, I think the single is the 5. The 4 is, more of a defense play than anything, but really I'm with you. I mean, this horse really had the last 2 efforts, like I say, thought we were there. We thought she was going to run right by Gamine. And then she proved that in the last race that was no fluke. And mind you that, this horse ran in 3 straight grade 1s, including that Derby City Distaff, and then wins that grade 3. And this is by no means a graded type race here. But you do have, and with that said, you do have a couple horses like the 4 and frankly, like the 3, who are stakes horses. This just happens to be kind of the race that they, are pointing to. And especially for the 3, I did use the 4. I didn't use the 3. The 3 scares me a lot because this horse has shown a lot of talent in the past.
Yeah, with the 3, it's kind of, you don't really know what's going to happen, right? First off of a long layoff, first start as a 4-year-old. The 3 could show up and be much improved, or the 3 might need a race. I mean, it could go either way. The 4, Bell's the 1. Gosh, I don't know.
I completely understand why you didn't use her.
Yeah,
because she likes to not win.
But she obviously can jump up and win. I mean, she beat Serengeti Empress at Churchill Downs last year on Kentucky Derby Day. Just absolutely nutted. Good Lord.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I just think Sconson coming in the race a little bit better. Talk about Churchill Downs. If you count the Gamine race as a win, which I'm going to count it as a win, won 4 out of 5 at Churchill. And even if you don't count it, won 3 out of 5 with 1 second. So
yeah,
she obviously Churchill is her jam. She loves that track. So, but yeah, I mean, I get it. If you want a little more and you want to try to get some value, but the good thing is if you're going to single the favorite, there is enough value in the other races to where this thing's going to pay enough to where if the favorite wins here, it's not going to kill the price.
Right. I mean, you look at this horse too, the way, I mean, geez, bullet, 1 of 79, 1 of 39, 1 of 9. This horse has been flying on the track at Churchill. Obviously, he's very ready to go. And, having Tigaffaleon back, I think this horse is the single of the sequence if you're looking for a single. And of course, in my $5 play, it makes sense to single because it's $5 ticket. So if it's,
right.
even though it's a higher or lower price, you're still, hopefully going to get something out of that. But, that's the whole reason I did that. But, I mean, even in the 50-cent ticket, I ultimately used the 4 and the 5 because I went skinny enough in race 9 and 11 where I didn't necessarily need to. I was looking for prices there. And to me, a lot of people will be singling the 5 here. And if the 5 were to get beat, it kind of opens up the prices a little bit in the will pays in the 11. So that is if we can get to the 11.
Yeah.
and be alive. But no, Wisconsin to me, real quick, let's talk about this, just in the general stakes of this race. I mean, between the 3, 4, and 5, I mean, how serious are you taking this in terms of, some of these filly mare sprint horses? I mean, are these Wisconsin kind of a real deal type of player, you think, moving forward?
Well, you got to look at it like this. I don't think she's as good as like Kamari. I think Kamari is, for me right now,
really good,
right up there. But, you win here. That's quote unquote 3 in a row, at least 2 out of 3. Yeah, I think so. Like, I don't know, like, as impressive as I was last time out, I was more impressed with that Gamine race because she literally looked like she was going to blow right by that horse. And it's like, she may win by 3 or 4 and beat Gamine. That would be incredible.
Well, she ran it. I mean, but numbers wise, she ran a better race that day.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then you talk about Gamine, who obviously, from what we've seen, she is just a beast in this division. Haven't seen her since the race on May 22nd. Haven't heard much about her. How is she going to perform with all the speculation? Remember, she's had a ton of positive tests. So I'm just on the fence about what's happening with Gamine. So because of those reasons, I think Wisconsin becomes a little more interesting now.
Well, for sure. And, you look at that. I'm going to look it up, that 2-back, that is Stilio Talienzo horse.
Mm-hmm.
She beat her, and that horse came back to win the Bed of Roses. I guess that was 2 weeks ago. We ran a huge race that day. So yeah, there you go. We were there for that, actually.
We were.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on to the last leg here, race 11, and we're back to now. We got a maiden special weight with first-time starters. 100K maiden special weight, 5.5 furlong, 5.5 furlong, a turf sprint, nonetheless. 12 horses here, and again, like it's one thing to have large fields with maybe a solid, horse it's like 9-5 or something, but we don't have that here. 9-2, 5-1, 4-1, plenty of options here. You're gonna have to get lucky if you're alive to this leg, and let's hope we are. We're gonna have to get lucky. Who do you like?
Well, I'm gonna make Mike Somich really mad here, but so I went 1, 7, 8, 10, and I think you just went 7, 8, 10. So we're very similar here, at least on your 50-cent ticket. I am going to use the number 1, and I think it's going to be my top play by the time the post time gets here. Number 1, Miner's Queen. I think in these turf sprints at this level, you just need to go and take them as far as you can. That's kind of what Miner's Queen tries to do, and she's been close. 2 back at Oakland on the dirt. She almost took the field gate to wire. Last time out, it was kind of a wet fast track at Churchill Downs. And tried to take him gate to wire and just got tired. I think the setup here makes sense. And I think if the horse takes to the turf, I kind of like dirt speed going over to the turf. And I'm going to just count this as her first try on the turf. And here's why. Her only other try on it was on debut at Kentucky Downs.
Yeah.
Draw line. I mean, that's a weird track. Weird things can happen. This is her first try on like a legit setup for a turf race. So I think number 1, Miner's Queen is going to have a gate to wire shot here.
Listen, she was one that I obviously did not use, but for that whole reason, like speed, if she gets to the turf and drawing the rail, like there's a lot to like in terms of upside. Not a lot to like on the 4-1 price, but no, I'm with you. Another horse that I did not use. Did you use the 9?
I did not use the 9. No.
That's one that I had in my top 4 that I ultimately cut off because I only went 3 deep here. Just like I thought it was, I like the fact you're getting flow to ride.
Yep.
Like the blinkers off move here. And, of course, the debut on the turf was not great. But obviously getting, another try on the turf and, equipment change plus an upgrade in jockey I thought was interesting, but just not enough for me to use. I ended up with the 10. That's my top play in here. Fayette Blue at 5-1, Drayden Van Dyke to ride. I love the fact that, you talk about speed. This horse has established, this horse it likes to go on speed. And they tried this horse in a mile on turf debut. Runs a really good race, runs 3rd, just fades. And then it's like, okay, let's try the horse the mile and 8th. I don't know why they did that, but they did. Yeah. Horse obviously ran another good race, then obviously really faded because it's too long. Now the horse is in a turf sprint. Big Blue Kitten. Remember that horse? That's the sire. And so you got to think this horse cutting back will be very, very tough. I like the fact that Drayden is staying put here to ride, and has familiarity with the horse at Keeneland. So I think this horse, to me, could be very dangerous on the front end, kind of like your 1 horse. So it seems like you and I are both on the same page in terms of speed, right?
Yep. Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, I absolutely. I think we really see this race very, very similar. My only thing with the 10, it's a big cutback. I just don't know. Not that the horse can't do it. There's really no proof, that he can or she can. And, the pedigree on the bottom side looks like turf sprints to me. I trust the trainer. So listen, I think it makes sense. But I was that's why I didn't put it on top. I was just a little worried.
I was a little worried that it's a situation that, and I would not be surprised if, and again, I'm using this horse, but I'm also using the 7, who I think has got speed as well.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 might just go out and proven to not be fast enough on the front end for a turf sprint. And that's kind of my fear. Because you look at the numbers this horse ran in the last 2, granted going a mile and going a mile and 8th, but 24 and 49 and 113. It's not like this horse is blazing on the front end and then just fading. Like the horse is getting the lead, but it's not really hard leads to get. So to me, that's the only concern I have with the horse. If the horse likes to be on the front end, but maybe isn't fast enough and then tries too hard and then fades.
So the good news is, and I agree with everything you said, and the good news is on debut, the horse didn't get to the lead, but it wasn't a situation where she just quit. Like she did. She didn't run very well, but she passed horses. So it's not, I don't think it's a situation where if she's not fast enough to get the lead, she has no shot. Like a lot of horses, right?
She'll still try.
Yeah. Like the 1, I think, is that example. If the 1 doesn't get the lead, probably not going to do much, right? But the 10 will still try. I like to, and we both did, the 8 Miss Temptation, second out on the turf here, also cutting back in distance a little bit, which I don't think will be a problem. Second out for Lynch. I really like that angle. Was beaten by Fayette Blue on debut. So I think could definitely improve second out on the turf. Is that kind of what I used her?
Oh yeah. This horse, to me, you got the cutback in distance. You got a horse that ran well enough on turf to debut, but needed one. I'm with you. I love the Brian Lynch, second off. So I think that's a pretty solid angle. And of course, getting Julian Leperoux to ride isn't too bad either. So I like the 8, and I also liked the 7, like I mentioned earlier. I think this is the horse to me that's most dangerous on the front end. You look at the way this horse has ran early on in the race. You got to think if the 1's got speed, so does the 7. Another situation where you've got a first time turf. So if this horse can switch to the turf, okay, this horse ought to be pretty tough. And Brendan Walsh does pretty well with turf sprints and does pretty well with switching to, first time on the, or going from turf to dirt or dirt to turf.
Yep, absolutely. And then, the 7, honorably, I hadn't said much about that horse yet, but, first time on the turf now. Last time out, they tried to get the horse on the turf, rained off, still ran pretty well on a wet, fast surface there at Churchill. just it's another thing, right? Just getting them on the turf, first time, project improvement. And this is, again, I think this is a race unlike the first leg of this, where there's logical horses that you think can improve and you can make logical angles for. Where the first race we had the 11, right, and then the rest of them, it's like I think they are what they are.
Yeah, I know. So, is there anyone in here that you didn't use that you're highly nervous about not using?
Boy, okay. So Liam's Nessie, the 4 horse, was the one I was really worried about. I really like Brett Calhoun as a trainer. They tried another horse that they tried to get on the turf. She was entered in the same race as Honorably. Last time out, it was her debut race. This horse took money, got bet down to 9-2.
Yeah,
didn't run a step, but again, could have been a horse that just needs the turf. Now we're gonna get it.
That's the fear of this race. It's not just really, because frankly, I don't have a lot of positives about the first time starters. It's more of the horses that have started on dirt and are now switching to the turf. And you sometimes
like quasi first time starters, basically
they pop and you're like, son of a bitch, like that, and that to me is, that's a great example.
Yeah.
And the one for me, a horse that I didn't use on my tickets is a very good example, because that horse goes out, basically breaks the gate, goes flying. And then you're like, oh shit, this horse is really enjoying herself on the front end. Then you're like, uh-oh, I should have used that one.
Yeah, if anybody scratches for me, the 4 will be the first one to add on the ticket, no matter where the scratch is. So say the one scratches in the 8th race, I'm throwing on the 4 in this race. Like, this is the very last horse off the ticket for me.
Yeah, I think the way this sequence is structured, this has the potential to be a very, I have a $72 50-cent play, $60 $5. I mean, that one would pay huge. And your ticket is what, $60? No, $50.
50. Yeah.
So I mean, this thing, $50 investment, $72 investment, it's gonna pay. If you can get this thing home, it's gonna be tough. Let's pull up the tickets one more time. And let's pull out the cool little ticket maker.
Hold on here.
Brand new to racingdudes.com. We've got.
You're going to have to give me a minute to figure this out.
So we made some updates on the site. I told them to have it ready. We didn't have it ready.
I didn't. You did, and you did tell me.
We made some updates to the site. We've got a wagering calculator on the dashboard. So any kind of dashboard access, whether it be a daily, monthly, a subscription, whatever you have, you'll get access to our wagering calculator on the dashboard. And so Halterman will pull it up here on the screen, and we're going to go through our tickets and kind of show you how you can do it while we're doing it. You can put it up there.
Do
it live.
Okay.
Take the pressure off of them.
Hold on. Let's see.
Let
me figure out.
I miss scamming. Yeah.
Too. Yeah, I'm going to exit off that. Okay. And then I'm going to.
Like I said, I think I've seen pictures of her. I want to say I've seen pictures from Ernie working out, maybe.
Yeah, I think she's working out.
But who knows? I mean, with these, Bob might not know where he's going to go. Dashboard. Click that.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, there it is. Hey, looks good too.
There you go. So there's the wagering calculator on the back end, or in the dashboard of racingdudes.com. If you're listening to this on the podcast version, just go to racingdudes.com and check it out on the dashboard. So let's go through our tickets here. I'll read the tickets. The Halterman's ticket's 50-cent ticket. So there you go.
Okay.
2, 5, 6, 8, 11.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 7, 8.
7, 8. Okay.
And the 5.
Okay.
Singled, and then in the last leg he has. And I gotta wait for it to scroll. There you go. I got it. Okay. 1, 7, 8, 10.
8 and 10. There you go. A $50 ticket. So you can see right there. You can use that wagering calculator to kind of formulate your bets. $50 ticket right there. That's cool.
Wow. You know what? It's almost like we should have that on the site.
I've never used that before. I was supposed to test that out during production, and I never did. I
was just praying that it showed 50, and it didn't say like
secretly, I was like, oh, I hope this comes out right.
I know. If it doesn't, I was like, I'm going to have to email somebody real quick.
I definitely tried it out some.
All right. So clear it.
That is really cool.
Clear it.
Look at that. Okay. So how do I clear it?
Start over. Go to the bottom right.
Oh, start over. Look at that. Did you guys see that? So at the bottom right, there's a start over button.
There you go.
Right there. Okay.
So put it, 50-cent pick 4.
50-cent pick 4. Look how easy this is. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, you're making it look real easy. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11.
Okay.
5, 7, 11, 12.
7, 11, 12. Okay.
4, 5.
Okay.
7, 8, 10.
4, 5, 7, 8, and 10. $72. That's correct.
There you go. You did click the 9, but it's okay.
What's that?
Still, you clicked the 9 the last leg, but
that's all right.
But it's still the same difference.
Hold on, I want to show everybody something. So I clicked it wrong. You just click it again.
There you go. There you go.
It's very easy to use.
And finally, in the $5 ticket, you can select that.
So what I will do is hit the start over button. And so here's a $5 ticket. It's a pick 4, and what
we went with the 2, 5, 6,
2, 5, and 6.
The 5, 7.
With the 5, 7.
The 5,
5,
and 8, 10.
8, 10. That's a $60 ticket. Is that correct?
There you go. $60. So
there it is. It works. It's easy to use, and that's cool. Really cool. Good job on that.
Yeah. Well, I used this actually when I made my ticket.
Oh, so, can I show off something else? Now listen. I love this. I hadn't used it yet, but I hadn't used it when it's been live on the site.
Okay.
Can I show off something else?
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, I love the weather. We have weather reports for all the tracks on the dashboard.
Obviously, they're all dark right now, but
right.
But you can see during the live day, you can see what it's like there.
I gotta add Santa Anita. Okay, I'll do that.
But you got all the tracks, obviously, what it's like hour by hour to help with.
Yeah.
Very cool. How the track might be playing and things like that. So yeah, it's been a nice little addition to the site. And again, that's available for anyone that has premium picks, whether it be a daily or monthly or whatever. And
then the calculator is going to be available on the actual site eventually too, right?
We'll have it on the an actual page dedicated to wagering calculator as well. So
currently 92 at Grand Prairie. That is hot.
When I was looking at it, go to what is the first? What was it? Arizona Downs.
Arizona was like 110.
Yeah, it was like 110 when I first looked at it.
They're not running.
It's like all I know is I'm glad I'm not in Arizona right now. It's fucking hot there.
Belmont. Oh my god, yeah. Belmont's perfect. 69 degrees. Ooh, 69. Belterra 75. Canterbury, they're running right now. And here's the other thing I like. It's like here's the chance of rain in the next 6 hours. I think that's cool. I've used I've used a lot.
It does come in handy for say you're handicapping the card or you're making your bets and you're like, well, it's supposed to rain at 2:00 today. Race 5 is at 2:30, so maybe you start to like okay, and then you kind of gauge how you're going to play that.
Yeah.
And it's just an easier way and an idea to kind of keep it all right there, and you can look at it.
And I don't know about you, but I have like certain cities saved on my phone for like the weather app, and now I don't have to get out the phone and look at what the weather's doing. It's right here. So
what gave me this idea was I don't know about you. For fantasy football, there's a website called NFLweather.com.
Yeah.
I look at it every Sunday to see what the weather. That way it's like I have a kicker playing and it's snow, whatever it is. And I was like, I always use it, so it's like, why not we just throw weather updates on the site as well? So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. But yeah, so there you go. There's the tickets right there.
There's Samo bombs.
We'll be playing them on Saturday as well. If you want the Santa Anita pick 4 that the Magic Mike guys did, make sure you go check that out. Churchill Downs pick 4. Let's cash it. There you go.
Do you want me to take this out first?
It's up to you. Yeah, you take it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very good. It's almost like it's a site that I would like to own. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know. Me too. Me too.
All right.
Good thing I do.
So all the time we have. Check us out at racingnews.com for our free picks and our premium selections on our products page. Click the Get Racing Dudes Premium button, the big ass button on the menu, to learn more at racingdudes.com and to get information about all the new updates that we just gave out. Information on the weather and information on the wagering calculator. We've got Ricky's Rockets added now to the site, so you can get all that. You get all that going. All included right there in the dashboard. If you subscribe to anything, you can get our picks with Ricky's Rockets, whatever you want to do. All that on the premium page at racingdudes.com. We are your destination site for free horse racing picks to all major horse racing tracks. We're on Twitter at racing_dudes. If you want some entertainment, go over there today. Instagram and Facebook. You can listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, and the website at racingdudes.com. Again, remember to check out the Magic Mike Show. They did Santa Anita late. It is late pick 4, right? Late pick 4.
Yes.
Preview.
Caleb Keller.
And Magic was on it with a root canal.
Yeah.
Post root canal. Mm-hmm. So Not live, wasn't live on the air. Although that would have been.
He was.
No, I'm saying
not the
it
root
wasn't.
canal.
It wasn't actually happening on air. That would have been amazing.
That could have made my day. That would have been the best thing I saw today.
That would have made me tune in.
Yeah. But that alone.
Yeah, that alone. Then I would have left whenever they started talking about horse racing. But if he literally was getting root canal during it and seeing him in his pain, I would have maybe enjoyed a little bit of that. Not too much. I'm not evil. Any final thoughts? Any pressing opinions you need to get out to the world before we leave?
Let's see. Lots of good things coming in the
Royal Ascot has been going on.
Royal Ascot has been fun. Stradivarius lost today, though.
I know. Terrible. Just a brutal trip.
Yeah.
Don't think that he was ever going to beat that winner, though. That horse ran huge.
Yeah, that just sucked, though. You really hoped he would win. I really loved, and I just lost my train of thought. The horse on Tuesday that won that's so damn good. The Palace Pier, obviously. I really loved seeing the number one horse in the world. When the Americans almost won with Twilight Gleaming. I think that my days are getting run together. I think that was Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm sorry. It's been fun to watch. It really has. I'm sad that it only lasts 5 days. The thing I love about it, I get up, I walk the dog, and Royal Ascot's on.
Yeah. What I love about it is I get up, I drink coffee, I'm playing with the boys, and they're doing their thing, and I'm watching Royal Ascot on TV. And it's like, no, this is live,
It's pretty cool.
There you go. Chris says Pink Lloyd getting for his 5th straight win this weekend.
Oh,
going for his 5th straight win.
Is that Sunday? I hadn't looked at Sunday's card. Oh, you just made my day.
Pink Lloyd. This dude loves Pink Lloyd.
Yeah. Sunday, baby. Let's see who he has to beat. Ooh. Ready for Prime Time's not terrible. Super Stonehenge. He owns that horse. That's going to be fun. Pink Lloyd. I cannot wait. Man, I hadn't looked at the Sunday card at Woodbine yet. That's amazing.
There's a good stakes at Belmont Sunday, too. What is it?
Oh, the poker. Isn't that?
Poker.
I think Raging
Bull's in there. Yep.
So that's what the poker really has become as a prep for the 4-star day, which is obviously a big grade 1 going 1 mile on the turf at Saratoga. So, 4-star day. Alexandra.
She's not what she.
No, but front in the Fed. Yeah, good race. Get smoking. Oh God, get smoking beats me every time. One way or the other. Yeah, that's really cool. That's a good race. So it's interesting. I feel like we have we really don't have any good stakes on Saturday, but Sunday looks good.
Yeah, Saturday's got like state bred stakes at Belmont, and then on Sunday you got that. So
what's Sunday?
Father's Day. I guess they're doing for Father's Day.
Oh, that could make sense. Grade 3 at Santa Anita, it looks like. And another grade 3, the Wilshire. Nobody of note, really. But so some good stuff on Sunday. So enjoy Father's Day.
Thank you. Oh, it wasn't to me, was it?
It was to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And to all of our...
Yeah, all the fathers out there.
All the fathers out there.
All the fellow fathers. Congratulations on surviving another year in fatherhood.
What do you think my dad's going to want to do?
Hopefully watch Belmont and the U.S. Open. I'll be watching the U.S. Open with the boys. So
I'm going to say no chance. We're watching. He wants to watch. I will watch Belmont, but he's not going to want to do that.
Hey, by the way, Magic, his first.
Oh my gosh,
Father's Day.
Magic, and it was his birthday like
a couple days ago.
That was.
It was yesterday, maybe. Happy Father's Day to Magic. That guy. You talk about surviving. That guy. I think he's barely on survival mode right now. I mean, You might get a text from him at 3 or 4 in the morning. You might get a text from him at 3 p.m. Anywhere in between, doesn't matter. He is surviving right now, and trust me, I've been there with 2 of them, especially the first one. It is full on survival, no doubt.
He will text me at like 3 in the morning, and I wake up at 6, and I'm like, why are you texting me at 3? And then so I'll just text him back, and he'll be right there replying, and it's like.
Because you don't sleep when you just don't.
I'm learning that that's pretty bad.
Yeah. What was it he said there? He said, I think he said his little boy was crying. I can't remember what it was. They're watching Royal Ascot.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that happens. But, NHL playoffs. Yeah, of course. Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah. They look good. All right.
They do look good.
That's a wrap, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Of course, be on the lookout this weekend for all our content and analysis for the stakes action, and of course, the stuff coming up on Sunday. And again, get ready, enjoy yourself if you're a father and do Father's Day stuff, because it gets really going after this weekend. I'm Jared Welch. He's Aaron Halterman. Good luck this weekend. See you guys.